Hello, good evening, and good night. This is Knight with KnightCoreTCG here, bringing you some BT14 news. Let's go ahead and get this started real quick. We got ourselves our Digimon Ace here. Now, all these aces are going to have the same effect as far as I know. With the hand counter Blast Evolution effect, where your Digimon may digivolve into this card without paying the cost, which is pretty cool. Usually have 4 costs to play and 3 costs to digivolve into, which is not bad at all. But they'll also have the ace effect of overflow, -3, -2, something like that, when this Digimon card is sent from the battle area or under your cards to places other than battle area or under your cards, lose 3 memory. So if this thing ever gets moved at all, it does not matter where it is, as long as it's not like from trash, like trash into the board, you'll get -3 memory, which is, you know, it's the counter to it. It's a balancing effect. But anyway, on playing effect, when digivolving, trash 2 Digivolution cards from under your opponent's Digimon, then return one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards to hand. Pretty good. I mean, it can return a card with no Digivolution sources. Not bad. I like it. It's pretty decent. We got ourselves our Digimon Ace, same effect as the other one, but on play when digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then you may return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with 5000 DP or less to the bottom of their deck. That's pretty good. I'd say it's decent enough. I wish it was higher. That's one of my only problem with the aces, is that they tend to have like a pretty okay effect. I haven't seen the Metal Gray, sorry, not the Metal Gray, the War Gray Ace or the Garurumon Ace. The Metal Garurumon Ace, I don't know what they do exactly, but we might check that out later. We got ourselves some Kunemon and Kuwagamon. We got ourselves Kunemon, which on play, by suspending this Digimon with the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 green card from among them to your hand, and then return the rest to the bottom of your deck. In any order, obviously, as most of these cards go. But any card, it's basically the training cards. 1 costs more, but it's a body on the board. It spends itself, and it's 1 more card, which is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. It's any green card, and Kuwagamon jamming, it's okay, I guess. Not that bad, but no, it's pretty bad actually. It could have been better. Then we have Kodokugumon. We got ourselves an on-play effect by suspending one of your opponent's Digimon. By suspending one of your own Digimon. My bad. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Pretty good. That's actually pretty cool. On play, suspend, and then if you digivolve it on top of Dokugumon, or you play Dokugumon right next to it, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. All opponents Digimon with 5000 DP or less do not suspend. Sorry, do not unsuspend. Crazy card. This makes stuff like Hunters have a hard time, because most of their stuff tends to be smaller than like 6000 DP. So it's pretty darn good, I would say. Let's go ahead and check out our Otamamon here. It only has an inheritable of opponent's turn once per turn when an opponent's Digimon attacks trash its bottom 2 evolution sources. So it's basically like Frost Velgramon from BT, I think BT7 or BT8 was where Frost Velgramon came from. I don't remember what set it was, but same effect. And then Gekomon, which is pretty sick. Has the same inheritable effect, so not too bad. I would say that's pretty cool. And then Shogun Gekomon. He's a blocker, all turns, once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon evolution card is trashed, this Digimon can't be deleted in battle until the end of your opponent's next turn. That is crazy. I don't know if it's until the end of the opponent's next turn, because then that's kind of crazy. But I'm pretty sure it's just until the end of the opponent's turn. But it's a blocker that doesn't die. That's pretty sick. And the fact that it's all turns, it means you can swing with it and not die in security. So it's not bad. And then we have ourselves some Bagura Army helpers here. We got a Chuchumon that just has save and blocker as the inheritable. Damemon, which has the inheritable blocker as well. Save, and then retaliation, which is not bad. It's okay. It's Bagura Army support. I mean, it's not going to do too much, unfortunately, because they don't want to make Bagura Army busted, but they made Crossheart and Blue Flare busted, and not Twilight and Bagura. But yeah. And here we go, some poop control. Poop control for ourselves. Look at this. It is a yellow Chumon on play. Add the top card of your security to your hand. After that, you may place 1 card with Sukumon in its name from your hand on top of your security. And then inheritable is to, on deletion, you give one of your opponent's Digimon -3000 DP. That's pretty good. That's actually not that bad. But the reason why this is amazing is because we're going to see some good cards here. We got ourselves an option card and a Sukumon. And these will be why these cards are absolutely busted. So we got ourselves a Sukumon. As a security effect, at the end of the battle, play this without paying the memory cost. Pretty good. On deletion, same thing as Chumon, minus 3,000 to one of your Digimon, opponent's Digimon, on deletion. Yep. And then Suka's Curse. Absolutely busted card. 3 cost to play. Oof, this thing's amazing. Main. One of your non-white Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon with Sukamon in its name from your hand without paying the memory cost, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. That means any of your Digimon can Digivolve into a Sukamon, because it's ignoring its Digivolution requirements, which is kind of crazy. I'm kidding, I don't think that's how it works. I think it has to be something that it Digivolves on top of. Anyway, the rule card. Here's the card. The rule part of this card. This card is also treated as Sukamon in the name. That is insane. That is just crazy. Too good. You can put it on top with Chumon over here. Isn't that crazy? And then security effect. This is the crazy part. Change one of your opponent's Digimon into a white Digimon with 3,000 DP and an original name of Sukamon until the end of your turn. That is insane. That means your Chumon over here is gonna blow it up, and so is your inheritable of your Sukamon, which is insane. But the other thing is, it changes its name to Sukamon, which is crazy because it loses all the effects that it would have something like a Greymon. Greymon would lose all of its effects, or of its like inheritables. It's like if you have Greymon or Omnimon in name, gone. All those things are gone. Protection is gone. It will still have every other effect that it has. Like, it will still have the inheritables and it'll still have the effects, but it'll lose a lot of value because it is no longer that name, which is crazy. I believe that's how it works. It says original name, but I'm not too sure. But we got ourselves Vegemon here. Our first black Vegemon, which is pretty cool. On play when Digivolving, by returning one card in your opponent's crash. One Digimon, sorry, card from your opponent's crash to the top of their deck, gain 1 memory. Not bad. Not bad at all. That means he costs basically 1 memory if they have something. Pretty good for Beelzemon, against Beelzemon or something else like that. And then we have Vademon, our first Vademon and our first Ebimon. These guys are originals from all the way back in Digimon World. I absolutely love these guys. Alien Digimon, pretty cool in my opinion. We got ourselves our Vademon, which is an on-play and one Digivolving effect. Reveal the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Digivolve 1 for each of your opponent's Digimon cards revealed among them, and then you return it to the top or bottom of the deck, which is kind of crazy. So that means you can get a Digivolve of 3, which is insane. And then you get to choose if they have it on top or on the bottom of their deck. Crazy. So you can stop them from like drawing cards they need. And then we have Ebimon here. On play when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Delete any number of your opponent's Digimon with total play cost equal to or lower of one of the revealed Digimon, and then you reveal them to the top or the bottom of the deck. I don't think this one's as good. I feel that Digivolve is better. While you can delete things, I feel like having a guarantee, it's almost a guaranteed Digivolve versus a not guaranteed deletion of something. Now you could say like, oh, you can put like BT12, what's it called? Beelzemon X Antibody or anything like that against certain decks. Yes, you can do that because of this guy's effect. So if you can chain it all together, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna deny, but I don't know if you'll be able to do that to like just get rid of a Digimon. But we have a new Leomon. Leomon has a really sick effect when attacking. If this Digimon attacks a Digimon with higher DP than this Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 card with Leomon in its name from your hand for the cost of 6, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. That's crazy. Saber Leomon's coming in. We're probably going to get a new Saber Leomon, and it's probably going to have piercing or something insane. But 6 cost, it basically means you're ignoring the 3 cost of a level 5. You're also ignoring the cost of, it's also going straight into level 6, so it's like the same cost as it would if you had at least 3 memory. But anyway, inheritable. If this Digimon is Leomon in its name, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP. Not bad. It makes it so you can swing over a lot of things. So it's pretty good. We got ourselves some Ogremon. Ogremon here is a once per turn. When a card is crashed from your hand by an effect, gain 1 memory. It's Ginkakumon as an inheritable, but now you can have it during your turn. You don't need to evolve into it. And it has the same effect. Once per turn, when a card is trashed from your hand by your effect, gain 1 memory. Ginkakumon, we might see a Titamon deck. I would love Titamon. Titamon is one of my favorite decks of all time. That is a deck I would love to max rarity. And we got ourselves our Pummel Whack. When this card is crashed from your hand by your effect, draw one card, and then main, delete one of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon, activate main as security effect. I believe it's just a worse version of Underworld's Calling. Underworld's Calling is 1 cost more, but you can at least play a level 4 or lower Digimon from your trash for free, which is pretty crazy because you can go into like Ginkakumon promote with Rush. So again, I don't know how I feel about it. It's okay. It does the thing. We got ourselves a Gatsumon, our first red Gatsumon, which is pretty crazy. All turns, players can't play Digimon by effects. We got ourselves our Pillowmon and our Pomumon for red. That is going to help it against Bloomlord and a bunch of other decks. It's a good card. Nothing bad to say about it at all. Our Monochromon, a blocker Monochromon. We have had 3 blocker Monochromon so far. BT1, I believe, had one, or BT2, BT3, I don't know. The 1 cost blocker that swings and gets memory. You lose 2 memory when it swings or whatever. Not bad, not bad. And then the red-black one, which has blocker again, 2 cost, but you lose 3 memory when it attacks. This one doesn't lose memory, which is pretty sick. So Monochromon love. I actually really love Monochromon. It's one of my favorite Digimon growing up. And then we have Triceramon. It has Raid. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna deny. But here is something that's kind of really cool. If this ever gets piercing, like, ugh, it'll be so good. Because there's Dino Rexmon. Dino Rexmon has On Evolve Blitz. That's really good. 3 cost. You can use X Antibody to Digivolve into it because it is an X Antibody Digimon, which is crazy. But here is the effect that I think just brings this card over the top. While your opponent has 1 or more memory, and this is all turns, your opponent cannot play Digimon with 6,000 DP or less, and this Digimon gains plus 4,000 DP. That means they cannot play things with Cross because they are 6,000 DP or less, depending on what it is. They can play things like what's it called? Cross 4 and Cross 5 can be played, but I believe Cross 3 cannot be played because I believe it is 6,000 DP. So Cross Heart's out. You cannot Digi-Cross with Hunters because all their stuff is like 4,000 DP or less, and that's just not going to cut it. Not just that, it also stops like Agumon decks from playing their Agumons. It's crazy. It's a ridiculous effect. It also stops Flame Hell Scythe. Flame Hell Scythe BT9, I believe is what it was. BT9 just gets stopped by this. You cannot play anything with that effect. No Magna Angemon BT1 completely stops it. Boom, bam. That's crazy, and it's not going to die because it's the 5,000 DP it'll lose. It's already there. It's fine. It's good. It's not a win Digivolving effect, so Venusmon can't stop it. Nothing stops this effect, which is crazy. As long as it's your opponent's turn, it's going to be a good day. And here we go. Our crazy option cards. War Dragon of Courage. 4 cost option card. While you have a tamer with type Kami in its name, you may use this card ignoring its color requirements. That's crazy because we're getting a bunch of black type Kamiya tamers. BT12 is getting one, BT14 might have one, or maybe a red one, and then the starter deck, the new starter deck's coming in, they're getting one too. Main, by placing 1 Greymon and 1 Metal Greymon from your trash under the Digivolution cards of one of your Agumon. That Digimon may Digivolve into a War Greymon in your hand, ignoring Digivolution conditions without paying the cost. That is a possible free or 1 cost War Greymon because of Taikamiya BT12. This card is way too good. I think it's insane because you can go into War Greymon with Raid, War Greymon with Blitz, anything. It has to be War Greymon though, and it has to be a Greymon and Metal Greymon. They cannot be X Antibody. Unfortunate, I know, so you won't get those effects, those protection effects, but that's absolutely fine. Now, the security effect's pretty good. It's, let me check it, because I have to check here. You may play 1 Agumon from your hand or trash without paying the cost, and then add this card to your hand. It adds itself from security. That is crazy. And then you get an Agumon. If that Agumon does not get deleted, you are going to go into a War Greymon most likely during your turn. That is scary. That is so good. And then we have our 2-cost blue, option here, called Wave of Sincerity. Main, trash 2 Digivolution cards from under one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if you have a tamer with Jokito in its name, choose one of your Digimon. If there's no opponent Digimon with equal or more Digivolution cards, unsuspend that Digimon. And then the main effect, security effect is the exact same. It's the main, and then you add it to your hand. Good card. I think this card's going to be really good in blue flare. The reason why I say it's going to be really good in blue flare is because it's a 2 cost, so easy to do. They play Soreg-Jo. Soreg-Jo has Jokido in its name, so it's going to be it could be played in it, you don't know. And then you unsuspend, you can go for 3 swings in 1 turn with your Metal Graves, with your Decker Graves, with your Zeegs. It's gonna be good. This card's crazy. I think it's gonna be, because it crashes too, so you can go into Decker right afterwards and just straight up just stun more Digimon. It's so good. I think it's crazy. Okay, and now here we go for some crazy yellow option. Messenger of Hope, 1 cost. Main, look at your security stack. One of your Digimon may digivolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon, yellow Digimon, with the vaccine trait among them without paying the cost. Then shuffle your security stack. If your Digimon digivolve with this effect, and you have a tamer with TK Takaishi in its name, recovery +1. And then security, you get to play a Patamon from your hand or crash without paying the cost, and then add a card from your hand. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Add the card to your hand is the best part. Patamon, I don't know how good Patamon's going to be, but you get a possible 4 or 5 cost or 3 cost evolution for 1 cost. You get recovery back. You get to see what's in your security. You're most likely going to have a TK because TK BT1 is so good, and we're probably going to get a good TK in this as well. You can also have TK and what's her face together as well. Good card. This thing's busted. Security control is going to have a lot of options, which is decent. It's been having a hard time here in the US, and honestly speaking, I don't mind this. This card's amazing. It can help so many other decks. On to the green option, 3 cost, Flowering Purity. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if you have a tamer with Mimi Tachikawa in its name, one of your opponent's Digimon cannot unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn. Security effect main, and same effect as main, and then add it to your hand. Honestly, this is trash. Compared to these guys, absolute trash. It's nowhere near as good. Well, yeah, okay, cool. It doesn't unsuspend. Whatever. I don't really care about that. If it did something like bottom deck and for like 3 cost, and then one of your opponents unsuspended Digimon goes to the bottom of the deck, okay, we're talking. Or like something crazy. But honestly speaking, not that good. It's okay. Not even okay, because we have other cards that are way better than it. And then we have Magnet Angemon as our ace here as well for yellow. Other effects per usual. Counter, Blast Evolution, Ace Overflow. On play or when digivolving, if your security is 5 or less, recover +1. Then for each security you have, if one of your opponent's Digimon gets -1000 DP for each security till the end of the turn. This card will save your ass from getting killed. That's what it's gonna do. It's gonna save your ass from getting killed if you're at 1 security. And that's all I can say. It's good. There is nothing wrong with this card. It is going to save you. Gizamon. Inheritable when attacking. Once per turn, destroy one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or lower. It's okay. And then Tyrannomon. Here we go. Start of your main phase until the end of the turn. When this Digimon will digivolve to a card Tyrannomon in its name or Dinosaur/Ceratopsian in its traits, reduce the digital cost by 1. That's pretty good. Taiga's makes it free. And then Inheritable, end of turn, if the Digimon has Tyrannomon in its name or Dinosaur/Ceratopsian in its traits, you may attack with this Digimon. That is so good. That is so good. You know, it doesn't have the same effect as like a Rescue-Dramon, but it swings at the end of the turn, which is crazy. It has to be unsuspended, of course, but that's such a good card. Anyway, these are all the cards we have seen so far. I thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this week's video, make sure to like and subscribe for more content. If you would like to further support this series, join my Patreon in the description below. See you all next week, and keep that digital gate open.